Welcome to Showmance Special Report. Just kidding. We just don't have like a real name for this episode, and we wanted to tie up some loose ends. We had so many comments from the last episode of The Valley we did where we were recapping the third installment of the reunion. So we wanted to go through some of those. Also, Natalie and I and Mike, because he works there, went to AGT to see Sandoval perform, and we've got some thoughts.
I was disappointed.
Listen, no shade. Because I actually think we'll get into it, but his vocal performance wasn't up to par, or up to anything really. And then last but not least, the man who never disappoints because he always disappoints, Jax Taylor. There was recently an article just released about how he was stooping or inappropriately mingling with some ladies who worked at Jax's. So we just wanted to, talk about that.
Yeah, too much to just let it all go. Listen, it's funny how you're just like, oh, I can't wait till the show's over. And now you're like,
baby, come back. You can blame it on me.
Oh, there's a report out that Jax was banging his staff.
Yeah.
Was there also a report that he got another tattoo? Like, didn't Jax already have tattoos? You know what I mean? Like, did we need that report?
Well, yeah, because Danny said it at the reunion, and it's nice for Danny to be validated because there was no report on TMZ about Danny groping people all over this fine city of Los Angeles. I would imagine it's a good day for the bookos. Bookos, Danny, get it? That was my dad joke.
oh my gosh.
Well, how is that? A little slice of
It's very
heaven.
delicious because it's so cold.
Oh, the mountains are so blue. I miss you, Coors Light. I'm coming back.
It has come into my TikTok feed. It has
been brought to the attention of my TikTok feed.
Yeah. A couple of Danny Bucco's acting gigs along the way. One of them is on Shameless, which is not a show you think you would find him on. And so one of the kids in Shameless is gay, and he would go dance at this gay club. And one of the bartenders, who was in a shiny vest with a bow tie,
was Danny.
That was Danny.
Not church Danny.
And
Actor Danny.
The other one, he was on Desperate Housewives many, many moons ago as a kid, wait for it, who said he wasn't drunk. But then barfs.
Yeah. That's great.
He's like, no, I'm totally fine. I'm good. And he's like, Mrs. Stilfy, is there a bathroom near?
And I love that he was playing a kid.
Yeah, he's playing a kid.
That's great.
Yeah.
He grew up to have art imitate life, I guess.
Do we want to start off with the commies, with the AGTs?
Well, let's start with AGT.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nat and I get there. It was a hot day in Pasadena.
Yeah, and I thought Courtney put it on. We all put it on our stories, but Courtney's caption was so good, and it was I think this segment should be named. We came,
we saw, we Schwartzed.
That's it. It's pretty good.
And we've got another announcement. More people have joined the party of Schwartz. And I just want to let you know, as your local representative who's been working the polls, the polls are closed. Okay? So you either got in or we're going to let these 5 in because they were online before it struck 8 o'clock.
Yeah, because it's a special report. So we're making special exceptions.
Allowances. Yeah.
Special
but now the
allowances,
polls are closed. So you were either in or you were out.
Yeah. Sorry.
You Schwartzed your pants. You Schwartzed yourself.
Yeah.
We're so many good little puns with Schwartzy. We're gonna read those names out though. But so Nat and I get to Pasadena.
Yeah.
And you would like to think, because Mike's a pretty good mucky muck over at AGT, and you'd like to think that we got some pull. And Nat said, nope, no pull here. We're just one with the people. So I want everyone to know, we weren't prima donnas. We went right in.
Right in the VIP entrance where you didn't have to wait in the sunshine.
Oh, that's true.
Sorry, ladies.
Which was funny because I think that was an accident that we ended up there, because when Mike came out to meet us, he did not go to the VIP booth. He went to the normies section looking for us in a line down the block. Because that's where Mike would have had us.
This is so hilarious. So hilariously not true.
When it happened.
The email that you got was VIP tickets at AGT. the place that I went to was not the normie section. It was the VIP where you guys get a scan, like where the little, what do you call them?
Security? Metal detectors?
Magnetometers, the metal detectors.
VIP doesn't go through magnetometers.
Everyone does. But anyways.
Did Tom Schwartz go?
Yeah.
I thought that Tom Schwartz did, actually, but on the other side. Contestants have their own. But I thought that was check-in. So when I was like talking to you, I was walking through the place, through the lobby, and I walked out and I was like, I'm literally standing here. Neither of you are here. Travis was with me. And if some of you have deep dived our channel, you know Travis. And he was like, where are they? I'm like, fucking VIP check-in. She's saying they're right here. And Travis is like, this isn't VIP check-in, dude. Sorry. And so then we walked around and there you were.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
So we're checking in. My name's not on this list, which is embarrassing because I look to my right and Mr. Kyle Chen is right now, the jeweler to the stars of Vanderpump.
Yeah.
It's 4.2 carats. Say yes.
Say yes.
We love you, Kyle Chen.
Yeah, so he was right
Kyle
there.
Chen.
Who also I don't think went through a metal detector.
Magnetometer or whatever Mike called it. But no, we get in and right away Nat sees Schwartz.
Schwartz is there
and
supporting all of his adorableness. So sweet, little hat on, some like nifty glasses that were like different color.
I have to say he was very handsome IRL.
So cute. And I've always thought Tom was cute, but also you watch him act a fool so often that like you're not thinking he's that cute, and then you see him in real life and you're like, oh God, you are so cute.
Cutie.
I can't believe.
Also, Jax was there.
No, but he wasn't there.
I thought he left. I thought he showed up and then
no, he was supposed to be there and then he dicked out. That's the story. Well, actually, Tom said it too on an interview later that Jax was supposed to be here, but last minute couldn't come.
That is the most predictable thing.
Why would Jax support anyone? Like, that's not a thing. Which was such a stupid move because honestly,
why would Jax want to steal Tom's thunder?
No.
You know, because if Jax goes,
because he's such a good guy.
All the attention is on Jax, and everybody cares
thunder.
about Jax, and like, you know, this is Tom's thing. So, and he's been in rehab, so he knows now that sometimes you gotta let other people do their thing and not steal the limelight.
You want to know something so funny?
Maybe Jax is getting better.
Oh my God. Let me tell you something that's so funny, actually, is that like I think that Jax didn't go last minute because he just was like, he's not going to sit in the audience. He's probably thinking, you know, he's going to have to sit in a studio audience like we did. We found out that that Sandoval wasn't coming on until the very last act. So we went and we sat for 2 hours in with the people watching the clowns and the acrobats
bleeding.
Yeah.
You're up, you're down, you're up, you're down. It's like church. It's like being in like a church.
Yeah.
You're up, you're kneeling, you're walking, you're screaming. There was a girl in front of us. Whatever this girl, I want to come back in my next life as this child. People were just like, we're opening the doors. Like so she was excited. Our group leader.
She was chosen to be our group leader,
Section 3 leader, and I'm not making fun of her. I genuinely thought it was adorable.
Yeah, no, so
she
cute.
was so psyched. And I will say, the person who may or may not have been on cocaine, because I don't know how an adult sustains this amount of energy through longer, because he's warming up the audience. The guy who is keeping everyone, he's like the conductor of the audience, essentially. Where, you know, you got the countdown, and every time we came back from a commercial break, you got to stand up again.
Yeah.
He's shooting T-shirts out to people. I mean, that guy, he should be getting $1 million an episode.
They do make a shit ton of money.
Trust me, that's Chuck. He does just fine.
Chuck, you deserve every penny. That's how you can afford your cocaine.
We have a bunch of
like
them. He's the best one.
I feel like we talked about it before, though, and like the guys that work in sitcoms make 10 times what he makes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're amazing, those guys.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know this, there's
the warm-up guys.
Yeah.
The warm-up guy. Yeah.
But they keep the audience, they warm them up before the show starts. But then also if writers come down like on sitcom stuff and they're doing rewrites and there is a minute where the audience could just kind of like lose focus and start talking or getting tired, they keep you in it. Yeah. And it is, I
Because a half-hour sitcom will take like 6 hours to tape because of all of the takes and all. And that's why that guy probably makes 10 times more than a guy that does live shows. Because live show, you're in and you're out.
But also,
if you didn't get it, you didn't get the take. You didn't get the take. It's over. It's dead and buried until next time.
I just didn't realize
that's why it's the best.
how they have to really keep you at an 11. Like the audience members can't get lackadaisical. We can't get.
We
sleepy.
did though.
Yeah, we did. If you see two people, it was just a lot.
The jig is up for us. We're too old.
Yeah.
We're like, 10 seconds? No, it's at 20. We know your game. You're going to give us a 10-second countdown to the 10-second countdown. So we would wait till like the last 5 seconds and then we'd get up. Woo!
Yeah.
Party Pippers here.
It's just a lot. I wasn't.
Also, we're like, this was pre-taped. We already know this part was pre-taped. So you're not even using this. We're not getting up here.
Yeah, this is our first live television performance.
The audience wasn't pre-taped.
They weren't?
I don't know.
No, they were because they wouldn't even put the lights on the audience. You could just tell like what they were filming, what they weren't. And we're like, it's dark. We're not getting.
And not for all of them. On
down.
Some of them, there was live stuff.
Glad
but
they're-
regardless, it was a very interesting experience because
He's so bent out of shape. He hates any like, you think you're too good to stand up for the 10 seconds.
I don't know why you're portraying me as someone I'm not.
Well, you are a stickler for all those things.
we stood.
As all of what thing?
Like getting there on time and such.
We did. They just couldn't find your name.
I know.
We were there at 3:50.
I know. Anyway, we did get.
But thank God.
I think it actually worked in our favor because they didn't have us, since they couldn't find our tickets, they just gave us like these 2 random tickets that weren't sitting together. And so then they ended up kind of having to find 2 seats for us, which ended up being like in the second row of the show. We had better seats than Schwartz.
Yes, and what you're forgetting is we would have never seen Schwartz in the lobby.
Oh, because he was late too.
Yep. So
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk turkey. Let's talk this MFer's performance.
Okay.
I was very impressed by, it seemed like a really fun band.
Yeah.
And his look is great. He does have, like, whether you like his style or not, he does have a curated look that he spends a lot of time on. And I think
a lot of money.
And a lot of money.
Because you know that Balmain and Dolce & Gabbana are not gifting him those
No,
things.
he is paying full
Tom Sandoval's
price.
not on the list of drop by their house and give them a rolling rack.
No. But he did look great. Like, the look was really cool. I just said to Nat, I was like, because you can tell the amount of like painstaking hours that go into him curating that look. And I said to you when we were walking out, I was like, listen, it's a fun cover band. Okay. You don't have to sound like Barbra Streisand. No one's expecting you to be Beyonce when you go up there. So if you just took some of the time and money that you have allocated into looking the part and getting vocal lessons on the reg, if you literally just took half of that amount of time and money and allocated it to the performance section of the band playing, which is the point of the band, I think he would be far better, because he really was. I get he's like, oh, my in-ears or whatever went out. It doesn't matter. You can tell that like that's the part that's getting phoned in, which is crazy. If you are a band for the thing, it doesn't. Yes, you got to look cool, but like you also got to sound good. That's the whole point of the band.
I want you to explain what probably happens with Graham and whoever, like there's the people that are there I think that what happened as the macro to me just spoke that like Tom Sandoval is still Tom Sandoval is still Tom Sandoval. Like he is choosing to do what he wants. He's in control. There's no obstacles get in the way of like what he feels in this moment is the right thing. And he has a horrible instinct.
Horrible. Wait till you watch him on Traitors.
That's what. So we just started watching Traitors with Tom Sandoval, and I remember like I know very little about it, and I don't know who wins. Like just like Love Island, here we are again. I don't know what happens here, but one thing I remember hearing, because I watched Juicy Scoop, which I love, and I remember her being on with someone like one of her frequent hosts, and they were talking about Tom, and they were talking about how like. That he is so disconnected with reality on this show.
It's amazing.
And how he like will be like, okay, here's what I think, and here's all the reasons. He's like whiteboarding it, like connecting the dots, and it will. None of his guesses are ever right,
and not even close to
exactly.
right. Not even in the same zip code as right. Like someone could literally come out on Traders and be like, I'm a traitor. I just wanted everyone to know that. Like I can't live with this guilt, and he'll be in his confessional being like, no. They're not a traitor, and I'm going to tell you who is. And literally the producer's like, no, they're packing their bags. They're going home right now. He's like, don't believe it.
Yeah.
And I know why, and let me walk you down my conspiracy theory that is so far from right. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So the song was an abomination. But
great hat, though.
You have a take on why you think that Simon pulled his buzzer when that's not always really a thing during lives. Like you kind of get to a point where you're not really using the buzzer anymore, but Tom got one. And why did you think he did?
Yeah, listen, I don't know this for a fact. I don't like AGT is such a gigantic show. So you're gonna be like, oh, don't you work on that show? I do. I manage 58% of the show, and there's a whole other part of the show that I don't even know half the people that work on that part of the show, to be totally honest. So I do know that we have a extremely talented music department that comes from Simon Cowell, and sometimes people do not listen to them. Again, I don't know if this was one of those times, but if I had to guess if it were one of those times, I think I would guess that maybe it was. Because we know Tom Sandoval, and I know Graham. And Graham wouldn't have picked that song.
Is he the head of the music department, Graham?
Yeah. He, like, Graham Stack, he's the guy that, like, he's choosing what, if you're a singer or a band, like his department is the one that's picking the song, the arrangement, like they're like not all, like you have input, right?
But like they say, this is what we think you should do.
In a perfect world, you listen to this guy and his team of music people who have been doing this their whole lives and for Simon Cowell and the biggest labels in the, like, this guy's huge. He's huge, right? Sometimes people don't listen. Sometimes people are like, no, man, I got an idea. And they're like, great, let's fucking hear it. And they'll listen and they'll be like, I don't know if that's a great idea as you think it is. And it happens sometimes. And like, this might have been one of those times. Again, I don't know for sure because I'm not just saying that. But I don't know. Like, I don't know, but I can't imagine that they would have let him go out with that song. Because it's just not, his vocals don't fit that song. The song he did in the first round, the Aha or whatever, Take On Me, whatever that song, was so good. Not a mega hard song to sing. So like, cool, you're going to get away with that. So fun, a lot of dancing and jumping around and choreography and like horns and like, yeah, let's stay there, dude. Just stay there. At least for the next 4 weeks, like that week, quarterfinals, that'll get you into semis. And fuck, dude, maybe you make the finals. You're not going to win AGT, but you might make the finals with 3 banger, super fun, cover bandy songs. Like, that's what you guys are good at. And he probably wanted to go out on a limb and be like, I think I can do The Weeknd. And he didn't do a very good job. Yeah, it wasn't his in-ears.
You can't do the weekday. You can't do the weekend.
Yeah, you can't do hump day.
You can't do a holiday weekend. Like, it was just, but that all, and again, I know you're just saying this is Mike's baseless conspiracy theories, but that does track because it was such an ill, like, fitting moment for the show. Like, you couldn't vibe with what he was doing, and there were other singers on that night, and they sang 3 very different songs. There were ballads, there were big ballads, smaller ones, that country guy, and Mike said 2 of the singers went to the next.
Well, one got a golden buzzer. We added golden buzzers during lives. We've never had that before.
Wait, is that the guy that looks like Taylor on Love Island?
Yes,
the cowboy with the dreads, the braids, I mean,
with like my boots.
Yeah, but it's like a band, right?
Right. But I mean, like that guy, that guy stands out like Taylor, like he is.
Okay. I'm like Taylor. What are you talking about? Yeah.
I pick Clark.
But they're so good. Those guys are so fucking
so good.
Yeah,
oh my god, his banjo, his look, his banjo's sick.
Yeah, they're fun as hell. And then the kid Jordan Blue with the long hair,
beautiful.
That kid can sing like
and he was sick. He'd barf 3 times before he got to stage.
But this is Mike's point.
I thought he should barf again, and he would have won. Like, tell everyone to go home. Barf on stage.
Marshawn Lynch is one of the greatest running backs in the NFL, and he used to barf before every game, well into the NFL. They caught him on camera a couple of times. He would eat candy, and then he would barf, and then he would go fucking rush for 180 yards and 3 touchdowns and win Super Bowl. Like, he's psychotic every game.
That all tracks because these people had such varying songs, but it was a vibe. Like, we were jamming out to the country guy.
Yeah.
The first woman who was singing that ballad, it was really beautiful. Then the other... listen.
She was so good. She was so good. Whatever. I think same thing happened to her, though. Like, I don't know if that was the right song for her.
Maybe, but like there was still more of a flow. Like, he was the only one who sang that you were like, wait, I can't really.
Sorry, you had said it a minute ago. You were like, oh, there was 3 other singers on the show, and they were. You're right. There was 3 other singers on the show.
He's not a singer.
He's a performer.
Yeah. Then there was Tom Sandoval and the most extras. There's no singers in that.
But that's
band.
the problem. They weren't even. Then he's got to perform better because part of his performance has sound coming out of his mouth.
Yeah. Listen, Meg is a producer on the show. She's one of our co-EPs. We've laughed about Meg because I love Meg, but Meg's. Just make sure you do what Meg says. But
I know. I'm getting nervous sitting here. I feel like I should be sitting upright.
You should be sitting upright. No, Meg's amazing. But she loves reality. She loves these same shows. So, like, when Meg and I have 2 minutes throughout the day, we're like, oh, fuck Sandoval. I can't believe Jax. Oh, my God. Can you believe, so we have our little chats. And obviously, when Sandoval, we were both like, can't believe. And so we had this conversation, like, it's so annoying because if he would just take some fucking singing lessons and I get it, some people can't learn how to sing, but most people can learn how to sing. I don't know if he thinks he can sing, if mom said, no, you're the best singer ever. It's the same with the trumpet. We had the trumpet thing when I was like, oh, Natalie does comments at the end. She saves Truth for Peace for Freedoms, and she does a little trumpet. And I made a joke one day. I was like, I'm going to learn how to play the trumpet so I can do that. Johnny Smiles kindly offered to teach me. Someone else offered. There's YouTubes. And then somebody's like, oh, Sandoval can teach you. And I don't remember him. I don't remember
Coca sent a bunch of clips.
Yeah, I don't remember his trumpet journey on Vanderpump. And Coca kindly reminded us with multiple clips. And I was like, holy Christ, that's insane.
That's what I mean. The entire thing, this entire run is just showing you, if you forgot who Tom Sandoval is, here he is, same guy. It's all.
Which proves my point that I always say, how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yeah, it was. I thought he must have learned how to play the trumpet. Yeah. And then his whole performance opens with him up flying, which... Nobody gets to fly.
Can I please tell you that when you told me that, when you gave me that little, no. When you gave me the little piece of inside information that I feel like I'm not doing my job as a journalist by telling my people, keep your secrets, I thought that when you said he enters aerially, Beyonce style, I thought you meant you said Beyonce, but I thought you meant Katy Perry or Pink, how they come in with that's what I thought you meant. And I was literally ready. Where is he over there? Is he over there? I'm thinking he's up in the rafters and going to swing down over the audience.
Listen,
so that was a little bit of a letdown.
Okay, well, listen, you could have answered your own question. The names that you named, Beyonce, Katy Perry, Pink, Sandoval. That shit is mega expensive. But so is just what he did.
You know who else did it? Was Fart Man.
Fart Man is same thing.
Put some respect on that name.
But that shit is it's not we don't that's motors. The motors have to move. It's a whole situation.
No, I know,
to
but
fly
that's
somebody.
what I mean. That's what I thought he was doing.
But even that, what he had was like, they were like, oh, we're flying Tom Sandoval. And everybody was like, we have creative meetings. And they're like, what? And they're like, yeah, he's going to be on a platform. He's going to be up in the thing. We're going to start there and we're going to lower him down. And everyone's just like, hold on, what the fuck? Like, that's a guest act situation. Def Leppard gets to fucking be lowered down on a platform, not Tom Sandoval. But yeah, if you didn't see the show, feel free to go watch it. It opens with him
Dude,
playing trumpet. That was probably better.
It made me think that he wanted to like prove something, because I imagine that because obviously there's no way he hasn't seen all those trumpet clips. He's been a horrible trumpet player from the get, I'm sure. I mean, he's been seriously made fun of for it. Christina Koga made videos on it. Like, you got to be some kind of stupid for her to like take time like that. Going through all those archives of footage is like, it's a lot of work. And if she did that for you, it was deserved. And why? Because you were that horrible. So I felt like he like wanted to be like, no, you guys all thought I sucked, but look at me now. To not do any work in that entire time and to go out with the same level of expertise, which is non-existent, negative, expertise, as you did on the most, like, what I assume had to be pretty embarrassing time on Vanderpump. Like, you went out and did the exact same thing, had that thing at the end of it still, which is like, if you still haven't even learned to play the trumpet, why are you adding on the little piece at the end to do the...
Because he just likes the look of everything.
I know, but like a saxophone would be cooler than a trumpet. Like, and you're still going with trumpet?
Anything that you can play well is cooler than you up there like a ding dong.
Right.
Phoning it in.
I'm just saying, like, if you were going to play something poorly, I might play something cooler poorly and not a trumpet.
I think a trumpet's really cool.
It's not that I don't think it's cool. I just think that like Tom is... I think a saxophone is probably sexier. There's probably other instruments that are a little bit cooler. If I'm him, I'm on drums. I'm fucking drumming myself down. You know, that's cool to me. Like, I don't know.
Wrinkle the outfit.
Oh yeah, you can't.
No one
have
can
to
see
sit.
you.
Huh?
No one can see you.
Yeah.
You can't. How do you dance when you're playing the drums?
So my biggest question about this whole thing was like, you know, we've known that like this is not a new thing. He's been touring with this band. He's been working with this band for a long time, long before even we saw them like doing the tours, like where he was like the last season of Vanderpump, where we would hear about him going to have band practice and they would show the band practicing. And then for him to go out on tour during what had to have been the worst time in his life, where I would think like you would just cancel the tour, but he's out there. Coco went
Personal
to that
reasons.
too. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking everyone's going to egg him, you know, like why would you even put yourself through this? But he was talking about, like on the show on Vanderpump, and I think maybe Ariana was like complaining about it, or I don't remember exactly, but like they were very vocal about how Tom was paying his band out of his pocket. Like, it's not just like, oh, we're a band and we love doing it, so we all meet at this garage, whatever. Like, he's paying for space. And it's a large band. It's like they got hype guys. Yeah. Like it's a how many people are in this?
A lot. It was like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Would you say like 10, 8?
I think
like 8.
At least
maybe
8.
8 people.
Yeah, at minimum, I think. Like, who knows? I don't know. 8 people, we'll say. So it's not about like, oh, getting a gig and the gig pays this, so we'll all split this. It's like, no, Tom's just paying a band. Tom's paying them as if they're coming to work every day. Like, I can't imagine how much money that is. But then they're also not new. They've been doing this for a bit. They're getting gigs here and there. They went on that tour and whatever. They come to be on America's Got Talent, which is like a worldwide stage, at least nationwide, if nothing more. Yeah. But like everybody from across the globe is watching these talent shows. So I assume this is a big moment for all of them. And I don't think that Tom has got the kind of loot that's like still paying these guys what he was when he was on a full-time show and like a main character of 10, 11 seasons, whatever. Like I don't imagine he's still got that kind of bag. So like, I imagine they're all there, and like this is a very like think of AGT what you want, but like I said, it's everyone's watching. It's a pretty big break for them. It's a big night for them. If I'm this band and I've been with Tom on the highs and the lows, and people are yelling and screaming at us everywhere we're going, we're basically a joke because everyone like this guy's like can't even fucking keep his restaurant open because his name is worth absolute dog shit. People are going out of their way they're enjoying. You're hate fucking this guy, like this guy. If I'm his band and he is choosing to do a song that he has zero like business doing. I'm fucking pissed that I am still here. What do you keep looking at over there?
Just looking.
All I know is that if I'm those guys, I think this is a pretty big night. All my friends and family are watching. We've been traveling with you through the thick and thin, through all the ups and downs. And now we're probably all hearing Graham tell you, and again, we don't know if that's what happened, but like I assume somebody said, maybe try one of these handful of songs that are actually in your range, because like we don't think everyone can sing, but I think all three of us think that everyone can take lessons and generally speaking and sing something. He decided to forego all of that to play an instrument he never has gotten any better at, to play a song he has no business in doing it, and to get kicked off that next morning, next evening. Like, not just are we watching someone who is not grown at all, and I'm also an advocate of Tom joining the Valley. Shoot me, I don't care. I am, because of what I've seen over the last few weeks watching Vanderpump again and comparing it to all the problems that the Valley has. I say this as someone who wants him to come back onto TV.
Sandoval?
I do. I think he should replace Jax, because you got to have an asshole, and he's a much easier asshole for me personally to stomach than someone like Jax. Anyhow, I think that that had to be one of the most selfish decisions that he has made in maybe since just yesterday. Who knows?
I was going to say,
like
maybe season 11 of Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
Or season 10.
Yeah. But if they're not, if any of them decided to, Tom, you don't need to pay us all that money. No, he does. Don't show back up to that band, because he's not looking out for you. You're going nowhere fast if you stay with this dude, unless he's paying you a salary and you're just there as an employee. Like, yeah. What a shitty choice. And
Tom thinks he knows better.
It was, yeah.
Always, even when you watch them doing Tom, him telling Lisa, who's opened God knows how many restaurants and bars, he's like, no, this is how we have to do the bar. And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bummer, because I remember when in VTRs, which is the first portion of AGT, we taped that in March.
What does VTR stand for?
VTR stands for videotape record. Technically, that's auditions. I don't know why we put it on the calendar once as VTRs, but that's like every time we tape is VTR, videotape record. That's a record day. Like,
isn't that just like sort of the opposite of live though? Like you have your live shows, and you have your VTR shows, so they just
for the people.
Yeah, but it's also so outdated. Videotape record.
Yeah, it totally is.
So tapes.
Yeah.
I mean,
floppy disk.
It's shooting through the air somewhere.
Yeah, right. No, I don't, and not even that. Like, yes, that is VTRs are taped, lives are live, but they're also we used to have a middle round, right? So it used to be auditions, then the middle round, which was called the middle, and then into lives.
Yeah.
We got rid of the middle round during COVID and blah, blah, blah. Anywho, during the audition round, VTRs, they played that Aha song, and it was, I remember watching their audition and on stage and being like embarrassed, and like I had a good time, and I was like, oh shit, I can't tell anybody about this. And I remember coming home and
I was gonna say, you told us.
Yeah, telling you guys, like, dude, it was fucking fun. Like, they're fun. Like,
he compared them to Oingo Boingo.
I did not compare them. I said it reminded me of. That's not a comparison. But because they had horns and they dance around, like, and it was just a vibe. Like, it was fun. It was a good time. And the song, like I said, is an easy song to sing. So he didn't do a horrible
job. Except for that
job.
last note. Did he hit the last note?
He did in post.
Ew.
Yeah. Whatever. Sometimes people need sweetening. They did such a good job. It was so fun. So I was really like, A, embarrassed to say that and admit it, but B, like ready for him to prove me right, and he didn't. He totally failed, which is such a bummer. Because like you said, last season, I think it was last season, it might have been the season before, fucking what's them called came on, and they kind of popped a little bit.
Metal Shop?
No, the fucking band that used to go to all the time.
Metal Shop.
No, the cover. What are they called now?
Danger Kitty, Metal Shop, Metal School. They've been a bunch of names.
What have
They're
they
great.
been for the
Yeah,
last
so
fucking
good.
20 years? They are.
You know who else is a great cover band? The Dan Band.
Oh, who's?
Remember I think they were in Old School.
Oh, yeah.
They've been in a few movies, and he's actually married to Kathleen
Steel
and Jimmy.
Panther.
Oh, Steel Panther.
I love Steel Panther.
Well, they're all the same.
Yeah.
Danger Kitty,
I know,
Metal
but
Shop,
Steel
Metal School,
Panther
Steel
is
Panther.
like
Yeah.
what they've been for the longer. Like that's what they. If you're not you, Steel Panther is who everyone knows them by. But they came on AGT. They came on AGT at the end of their, like, as they were like kind of phasing out, and they were like, that was their decision. Was like, some of the guys were like, I'm not fucking. Steel Panther is like, if you don't know, they are a full Hessian, butt rocking, spandex wearing, long haired Aquanet on stage while playing like. They're probably the best cover band ever.
Oh, they
For like hair band.
Yeah, for anything, I think maybe. But they are a hair band. Like they do hair band covers. They're amazing. But they've been at it for 30 or 40 years, maybe.
Yeah.
And so they kind of were coming to their end, and they tell this story. It was either last year or the year before, where they were like, "Should we go on AGT?" And a couple of the dudes were like, "We're fucking doing AGT," and they were like, "Yeah, but we're 100. Like, it could open us up to a whole nother like last little wave of fun, you know?"
Yeah.
And it did. Like, it did.
No, totally. I was seeing them when they were at like the Key Club and the Viper Room. Like they're playing at like just some of the like most iconic like old bars, like old venues. But I could see them thinking like. AGT, Simon Cowell, okay, but no, like that's where they're at now. That's actually exactly where they should have been. Yeah. After all,
and everybody loved them. All the judges loved them, and everyone. The same thing could have happened for Tom. Like all the judges loved him. Like this could have been the thing this could have been the cherry on the comeback tour, and now.
But because Tom always knows best.
Yeah,
he fucked himself out of it.
Yeah.
And so now you got to come up with something else to just get us
he
back,
wanted to prove
right?
something.
Yeah, he really fucked himself.
Just so crappy. Like I wonder if he learns from this.
No,
like
that.
But like. I don't know, but you know what he said? Because they were asking him, like, no, but this is so great for us, though. Well, I know a lot of people don't want him back, but like, this is so great for me because, like, he was giving an interview the other day. Like, they're asking everybody right now because nobody's been confirmed. Like, the most confirmed people that we've got for season 3 on the Valley that are like either coming on as additions or becoming full-time cast. It feels like Sheena is getting the most media attention for being like either she's obviously definitely coming back, but she could be full time. The show hasn't confirmed anything, but like she's got the most write-ups about it, about people talking about it. So Tom, they were asking Tom, and just a week ago, he was giving interviews saying that like he's really focusing on his music career right now. So I think after
that was before the lives.
Exactly. I think that he probably thought, we're going places. He probably had convinced himself, because I don't think that you come forward and kind of shit on the offer that you may or may not be getting any minute, unless you think you've got something where you want to come out ahead of it and be like, nah, man, thanks for considering me. I think he says something like, it's always an honor to be considered for these, like something that you're like, oh, Tom, reel it back.
Way back.
Yeah, and then he is obvious. I mean, the band still could be doing what they're doing, and he could have a sweetener microphone, and like
he should just hire someone who can actually perform and manage them, because the band kills it. The band is great.
Yeah, he should just take 5 minutes of singing lessons and pick from a list of songs
that are approved by the singing teacher. Yeah,
that I'm sure that he could pull off, because no one's looking for him to be Seal. They're looking for him to play at your wedding or play at like a big fucking rich guy's party, like in the hills in his backyard, like.
Wasn't that what one of them said that? Like somebody was like, oh, you could play at a wedding. And then Mel's like, oh, I just got married. Oh, too bad. Whatever. But
yeah, like he could make a lot of money, doing that.
They could, like, if he could sing, hiring Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras to play your wedding.
So fun.
Would be so fun, but that could be $100,000 price tag.
Yeah.
for a while before it went to 200,000.
Yeah.
Like easily.
Inflation.
Yeah. I just mean
Things
like,
be expensive these days.
Yeah.
So expensive.
that story, to have that story,
Yeah.
would be insane.
I agree.
Speaking of stories, do we want to real quick do a quick dip on Jax and how
Oh yeah.
he's so what's and when I say delicious, I'm just go with I'm being using artistic license here. Delicious to me about this story is Danny said this during the reunion. He was like, "You sleep with people at your bar. You're inappropriate." And for those of you who don't know, on the Valley, Danny got hate all season long from Jax and Janet and Jason, just about being groping people and being inappropriate. And it's like, nobody said that what happened with Jasmine and Melissa didn't happen. He's apologized for it. He's going to continue to apologize for it till there is not oxygen left in his lungs.
Yeah.
However, Danny brings this up about Jax being inappropriate with people or sleeping with people at Jax's. No, what are you talking about? I've never slept with anyone. This is Jax's response. And now there's all these articles out about
Jax
how
like,
he's...
Who? Huh? Who? When? Huh?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't even know if he did say. I don't know if he did say. I think he did a bunch of that.
No,
What?
he did.
Who?
He was
What
like,
are you
wait, what are you talking about?
Wait,
Huh?
That girl?
when was this?
Wait,
I think I'd
I don't-
remember.
yeah.
Okay,
And then
like-
even Brittany was like, no, because remember, I was telling you I was so mad. I lied to you about that one girl, but I don't think he did. I didn't. What?
No, Brittany's big response
think
was,
so.
let's all be honest. Jax Taylor's the last person who should ever own a bar. And I'm like, that's the rebuttal?
Yeah, no, it's so sad. So the everyone's picked up this story. I think it originated with the Sun, but Reality has it, or Reality Tea or whatever it's called. I'll post it. You'll see it right there, or right here, whichever side has more room. It says the Valley's Jax Taylor accused of having sex and ditching multiple female staff members at bar. So fucking and ditching. Great. Another day, another messy headline about Jax.
Sorry, was he ditching them at the bar, or were they still on their shift? Like this is.
I know.
I need some clarity.
No, there's a little bit of detail in here, but like I need more. Let me tell you. And I hope I don't catch the herp getting it. But here goes. Another day, another messy headline about Jax Taylor. The former star of the Valley displayed some despicable behavior during season 2. He treated his estranged wife, Brittany Cartwright, terribly. While in rehab, he spied on her through the cameras in her home, and he flung a coffee table over, striking her knee. So Jax's departure from the show to focus on his mental health and sobriety wasn't a surprise. He continued to play the victim during the Valley season 2 reunion. However, the cast and a body language expert weren't buying his proclamations of being a changed man. You don't need to be a fucking body language expert to not buy Jax's proclamations. Watch anywhere after season 1 of Vanderpump.
They're like, the body language expert was blind, but they still could tell
They could
that
still
he
feel it.
was not changing
Yeah, the
his
vibes
way.
were coming through.
Yeah.
Weren't buying his proclamations of being a changed man. And boy, were they right. Sugar. Jax decided to part ways with his bar, over the summer. According to the U.S. Sun, several women who have chosen to remain anonymous, who wouldn't?
Several.
I wouldn't want them to know that I had the herp, because that's what happens when you bone Jax, allegedly. They've come forward with complaints about Jax. One employee at Jax's Studio City alleged that Jax slept with multiple employees. Quote, I thought I was the only one he slept with.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's married.
This poor girl.
I thought I was the only one he slept with from work. But after everything, from work. I mean, I knew he was banging his wife and banging
go
his
to the gym. And the
they're
Reiki,
going to
the
the
Reiki
gym.
chick.
The Reiki chick. His son's probably one of the kids' tutors.
Swim instructor.
I'm sure the maid didn't make it out alive.
No, she's itchy.
She's itchy. Is that-
Allegedly.
itching.
That's so bad.
I know.
It's so bad.
I thought I was the only one he slept with from work, but after everything ended, I found out he told the same things and used the same tricks on a few of us. One source stated, sometimes at the bar, he would make sexual comments or inappropriate innuendos at the workplace, the insider added. Several women also alleged that Jax refused to wear protection. However, being the gentleman that he is, he would reportedly offer to purchase them the Plan B pill.
That's nice.
Chivalry ain't dead, guys.
Take a note.
Yeah, I don't think you can Uber Eats that stuff either. You gotta.
I think
go
you
pick
can.
it. Never mind.
For Dave, well, I don't know what names I'll mute out of any of this, but Dave has a story about how one of the writers on would send him out for Plan B and vodka and cigarettes.
Wow. That'll do it.
Hollywood.
I know. Another woman who Jax pursued on Instagram claimed, on Instagram, you just slide into those DMs, warded and all. He'd say the kindest things and love bomb me day in and day out. He tells every woman he's with that she's the only one he's sleeping with, but it's always a lie, the source added. He always has a roster of women. Jax's rep was approached for comment, but we haven't heard anything yet. Plus, Jax was recently dropped from the BravoCon lineup, and it couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yep.
So, one thing I just think is so great that we touched on at the top is that this feels like something that Danny knew for probably a while, because like it's not just one incident. Totally. I'm sure this was going on for the entire season. And so many people on this cast just like kept Jax tidied up and left alone and really went on him. And Danny could have said this a million times and he never did. And I think finally he did. I don't know why. I'm sure he just could easily be summed up to reaching your breaking point with someone and just like, we're not going to take it anymore. And whatever, I don't know, but I kind of love, and this is just speculation because I have no idea how it ended, but the day, I feel like it was the day after or within a very, very, very short time span after Danny made that claim is when we got the news that he was not going to be with the bar anymore. And they took that sign down that like immediately. Yeah. And so I feel like it would be really fucking great if Danny was the one that basically put the final nail in his coffin. No more show, no BravoCon, no podcast tour, and no bar. And if that was all Danny,
well done.
If that was all Danny, then Danny is allowed to go accept his award and say, I first off want to thank Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
For helping me through this trying time. I might have tuned out for a hot second. But Danny said that first at the Zen party.
Yeah, and then it was like the next day.
Okay, that was what I was like, did she say that and I tuned out? Or
I mean, I couldn't remember if it was like...
Because he also said it at the reunion, but I think the first time we heard it was at the Zen party.
Because by the time the reunion aired, the Jax was already, that whole thing, the bar was already done.
Yeah.
So it happened, the day after the finale is when it was announced that the bar was like, Jax isn't going to work here anymore.
They were like, wait, Jax is banging the staff?
Yeah.
Man, Jax.
Just when you think you know somebody.
Yeah, really.
Should we get into our commies?
Well, there's Party of Schwartz. So being that the goal was to get Tom on the show, there's really no reason to completely close the polls. I mean, we don't really have anywhere to report this every week since the Valley's over.
Just to you guys.
But who are we to like, we can't, like, Tom Schwartz, come one, come all. Like Tom Schwartz is not. He wants everyone. He wants a community. He's very inviting. He would never want us
by the people.
He's for the people, by the people. He would never want a closed door.
Who are we to stop a revolution?
But this exactly.
I know I said the polls are closed, but that was just a scare tactic. Like, you
Politics.
know when they say
Politics 101.
like selling out, call now. They're never selling out.
Stay in line.
Stay in line.
So I have
call is very important to us.
So we did want to address the nation this evening.
The world, really.
The world, really.
The universe.
The states of the Schwartz Nation. Or I think it was State of the Union, but Schwartz Nation just it feels more natural. Fellow members of the Party of Schwartz, we have reached the end of this season of The Valley. Over the weeks, we rallied together under one banner, one hashtag, one mission. To secure Tom Schwartz's rightful place as a full-time cast member of The Valley Season 3. Season 3 and beyond, really. You showed up, you commented, you joined the party, and you shouted hashtag Party of Schwartz across all digital platforms. Week after week, we read the names of the new recruits to the cause. The brave souls who stood up for the handsome, adorable, perpetually nervous man-child that we believe this show desperately needs. Now, our campaign enters its final phase. The comments are written. The hashtags are posted. The momentum is undeniable. We have done our part. The fate of Schwartz Nation now rests in the unpredictable, drunken hands of the Bravo execs. Makes me nervous. Thank you.
Nervous.
Yeah, a little nervous. Thank you to everyone who joined the party of Schwartz. Whatever Bravo decides, know that together we built something beautiful and oddly powerful. Signed, Showmance, your campaign manager of a fake nation devoted to a true mensch who can't even finish a sentence without apologizing for existing. What a darling.
Beautiful and oddly powerful.
Yeah.
That's Schwartz. He's beautiful and oddly powerful.
It is.
I love him. Yeah. Did you see that jawline at AGT?
Listen, you guys.
He's a cutie.
I'll put we've already put the
Footage.
We put some footage up of Schwartz already. If you haven't seen, I mean, we put it on all of it. We put it on the talk, on the gram, on the
Tubage,
the X,
The Facebook.
Because I think it. Yeah, Facebook.
And my friend Ian.
Yeah, Mike's been reconnecting with people due to Schwartz. Like Schwartz is bringing people together.
That's what he does. He's a family man.
Even the people that chime in and just go, "What is this?"
Ian. I had to explain to Ian. But it took so long, I think we're going to have to go have lunch now, which is great because he's excited to hear the rest of the story.
Oh, good. Oh, good. We can get one more recruit in.
Yeah, wait, is Ian on Party of Schwartz?
Well, Ian has no idea who Schwartz is.
Well, that's your job to inform the voter and
That's why I said we need to go have lunch.
Okay, well, you got to work faster. You should have already been doing this.
Coffee.
The new recruits for this week.
In no particular order
particular order, except for actually Bite Me Bento is first and foremost because I feel like they said, how many times do I have to request to get into this party before I get in the party? So I have never seen them put a request in before, but it sounds like it's been a few times. So
I feel like I might have seen it maybe too. But listen, it's a first year party. We're getting our shit together.
yeah, we're doing what we can.
Yeah.
We're a small but mighty group.
Yeah, we're showmancing the Schwartz as best as we know how.
Yeah, we love you.
So Bite Me Bento, Tiny Panther, Rochelle Wood, Mary McAndrews, Melissa Wydell, Fishin' Gal, and Danielle Warren all made what?
Fishin' Gal? We got somebody named Fishin' Gal?
I feel like Fishin' Gal is also someone else, but I'm not 100%. So they might have already joined, but then joined under a second name.
Listen.
But listen, we're not.
That's America.
We're not asking for IDs at the polling station.
This isn't an ID type of revolution. It's a come one, come all type of situation.
Yeah, and people, can have multiple personalities.
Yeah.
And we accept all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That was big for us.
Yeah.
It's a big week.
So that's what we've got this week. And I don't know when we'll report our next batch, but don't let that stop you. Keep adding on because the party is got infinite space. Kind of. We might have to cover up his face on the.
No, it's virtual. We can just do another page.
That's true. Yeah. Right now, I've just been making the font smaller to fit more people.
No. I think you could beef up the font and get to a second page. That would really,
That's
show
true.
the people.
Yeah.
We're multi-page.
Yeah.
Memberships.
And I also feel like Gordo and Butters should be added.
They would have to say though that they want to be added.
That's true. I don't want to.
You can't just take their free choice away from them. Guys, we had 245 comments. Should we read some of them?
Yeah.
Some of them. Unfortunately, not all of them.
Well, because we'd be here till the third season of The Valley starts airing.
Yeah. I'll just start with this one just quickly because it just goes with Schwartz. I'm going to totally flub this name because that's where we're at. But Chiniguana says, I can't believe Natalie is rewatching seasons 1 and 2 with fresh eyes and is still writing for Schwartz. I mean, I guess it just shows there is a reason why Katie stayed with him for so long. LOL. It really is.
Yep.
Now, I'm now in season 9 of it, and definitely a lot of reasons why Katie decided to abort ship as well. But I honestly think that they were just never meant to be. And
I think he's really grown.
I totally
really
think
do.
so
I'm not
too.
being facetious when I say that.
No.
I think he is 100% a better version of himself.
I totally do too. I just also think that truly two people who I'm positively sure of it, truly loved each other so much. These two personalities are just not meant to be. This was a starter relationship. This was a starter marriage. Everyone's got a starter house, And some people get a starter marriage. Cubby says, if anyone still wonders about the is Janet just a fan question, it can now be confirmed. I happened to look up the Valley cast. The list of picks comes up. Under some of the members who are married or in a relationship, their partner is listed underneath. For Brittany, it's Jax. For Danny, it's Nia. If you click on Show More, Melissa is under Jasmine's name. But under Janet's name, it is not Jason, it's Sheena.
That's
Listen, the
great.
internet doesn't lie. That's all I'm saying.
Case closed. Dear Janet, even the Googler thinks you came into this group attached to the hip of Sheena, and you still suck. XO, meow. Oh, Cubster. Dark Hours 1 says, good job on the AGT special. I actually spotted Mike on the clip of the buzzers not working because Mel B unplugged them to charge her phone. I experienced a little fan out. That's so cute.
Mel B yelled at me the other day.
What'd she say?
She got to work on time the other day, and she had some stuff to do before the show. And apparently her outfit didn't take that long. And it's the first day. So I put a little pad and a little hey, let's just, in case some shit goes down. Nothing went down. So she got there super early. And then Harv, who's one of our stage managers, who's super funny. Not that funny though. She starts telling him, what the fuck, why am I here so early? And he's like, oh, you got to talk to Connor. And she's like, well, bring me to him. And he did.
What'd she say to you?
She's like, why the fuck am I here so early? And I had to explain. And she was like, I'm a 50-year-old woman and I'm married now. I can manage my time. It doesn't take me that long to get dressed. Have you seen my dresses? They're little.
They're little.
Yeah, she was super funny. It was funny. She was super nice. But it was super funny because she was like, I don't have anything to do for an hour and a half. What the fuck you want me to do? Sorry.
Lori Mazinski says, no one seemed to notice Jason slapped Jesse's ass on the bus ride. Was that SA? Was it SA when Brittany pulled Zach's face into her chest? Was it SA when Jax pulled down Danny's shorts? There are a lot of little
that
things.
That was so good.
Because, there was just a lot of little things like that really do mount up to what Danny did. I don't know. I just thought there's a lot of instances that we could chalk up just as easily to SA, if that's what we're calling Danny. I mean, we're not, but
yeah,
it's a lot of things.
I think I mistook that and replied to that comment and was like, oh, I think that it said something about the context or something like that. I was like, I think it's context or whatever. And they're like, no, that's what I'm saying. These were all jokes. Is it possible that Danny's thing was just a
slap
joke?
an ass, get daddy a drink. I'm not saying that anybody should take anything the way that I do, but I personally would have been especially if Danny's always such a mensch in every other avenue of life. If he did that, I personally, take me down if you want, but I personally, and I'm allowed to have my personal preferences and feelings about things, I think I personally would have laughed at it. I understand the seriousness of the situation for other people, but these are all things and then so I feel like I might have cut this off or in this comment because it's not here, and I do a cut and paste, so somebody else might have said this, but also, remember when Kristen twisted Jesse's nipple, then when Jesse turned right back around and did it? Is it okay because Kristen did it first, but then that's a girl to a guy, then a guy to a girl? It seems different. We're not really looking at men's boobs like anything.
It is different.
Great. Yeah. So no one thought to ever mention that. I mean,
Kristen
mentions it, but nobody gives a shit. If it's happening to Kristen, no one cares. But if it's happening to someone else, it's a whole thing. I don't know. Just a lot of wires crossed, a lot of bad signals, and I don't know, just stupid
idiots.
Marty Hahn says, Janet is like an Amber Heard. She thinks she can jump on as the face of saving something for women's right, and she is putting us back 80 years because she is using a self-proclaimed blister as if her foot fell off. And she knows this because her husband is a doctor who is a wet blanket. Yes, man. No one knows what is true or not true, and because of that, her point is lost. Danny maybe should take a look at himself, but the way she is addressing it comes across on skeptical deaf ears because of her overdramatic, relentless delivery. Relentless. That's what Christina Coca's foot tattoo is, right?
Relentless.
Relentless. I think it's relentless.
Wow, what a full circle moment.
Yeah. Oh, that was from last episode. We were trying to remember what Christina
It's all
Coca
one episode at this point.
It really is. And with that, she is actually giving Danny a pass on his behavior because more people will rally for him over Fanet's blister. And I have said that from the beginning. Could have been a very good lesson for Danny to learn, but you don't learn it when you've got Jax Taylor pointing at you, telling it to you, or a Janet
consider the source.
Yeah, no, you're doing the whole thing a disservice. You're making it to be like where someone could just be like, ugh, whatever, that's just Janet talking about this. It must be bullshit. Well, it might have not been bullshit, but since Janet glommed onto it, I've decided it's bullshit.
Correct. Robin Sparkles said, I can see Brittany exaggerating what happened to play into the whole Danny takedown storyline. Don't get me wrong, a man can make a woman incredibly uncomfortable and cross boundaries without touching her. However, if that's what happened, stand on business. Brittany has been giving me a very two-faced vibe this whole season. I don't think she's nearly as innocent and ignorant as she pretends to be. And I just thought that was a really great point because the math just wasn't mathing. It's like Robin nailed it. It's like, yes, of course, a man can make a woman feel or a person can make someone else feel super uncomfortable just by talking. But then if that's the case, then say it.
Yeah.
Don't be like chirping it around to Janet,
yeah,
the #1 Danny hater on planet Earth, to fuel her fodder.
Yeah.
It just is shitty.
Also, I just have to ask, is Robin Sparkles your name or is it from How I Met Your Mother? Because
let us know.
I think that's from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, isn't that the
where she becomes a pop star?
Yeah,
or she was a Canadian pop star. Yeah, they find out that she was a Canadian pop star.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I hope it is.
I know, me too.
Lab Mom said, yes, Natalie is right. Nia is demonstrating what defines the partner you want. She loves him and also calls him out, but in private where he will respect it more. Let's pray that they don't become the couple that doesn't fit on reality TV because they are too healthy. I love this.
Yes.
Like, I want to see healthy people. It's part of why we love Love Island so much, because not that everyone's perfect, but like they just have a different communication style than a lot of stuff we normally see.
No, it's a public service announcement.
Beyond.
Yeah.
Well, also not really in private. Like she spent a lot of time this year calling him out on camera, in public, on the phone, in the bus, at the thing.
Yes, but I think they
which
talk
I'm not
about it
on
a lot before they talk about it on camera, like in therapy together. Like whatever they've said on camera, I think they've said to each other privately before.
Yeah, and in front of 19 different therapists.
Correct.
And their pastor probably.
Obviously. Ningy Ding wrote, I don't know why this is just really, I found this hilarious. If I had to describe this podcast, and I have, I would say the sweetest girls talking nonstop shit about the worst people, but in the nicest way. And sometimes the grumpy guy pipes in. Can we put that on our media package, our media kit? Okay. Ningy, we'll give you credit.
We're trying to do a media package. Anyone knows how to do one? Holla.
Or more importantly, does anyone do anything in media that wants to help us get anywhere in media? Because then we don't have to do the kit. Right?
Can this just be our kit?
Yeah, just work smarter, not harder. You've seen the work. Let's go from there. Talking to you, someone in this world. In this
if you think we're talking to you right now, we are.
We are. Correct. Okay. Marty Hans wrote, I don't think Jax ever loved her, meaning Brittany. I think he wanted to be in love with her, the idea of her, but he never once loved her. There is no way someone you love can treat you any which way from the beginning. His love bombing is not love, and it's a form of control. He wanted to control the narrative of what he thinks to look good to everyone else. Not love, control. Once she wanted her control back, she fell out of love with him. He never loved her. And I think that's nailed it.
He decided to marry her after his dad died, and she was there for him. And we talk about this all the time, but as someone who has lost two dads, that is very... like if I didn't have Mike during that time, it just would have been, people can survive things. Like, I'm not saying I would have just keeled over and died, but like knowing that like this person was there, like that your life is going on with this other figure, and like is the circle of life. And now it makes you think like, I really need to grow up because I'm not the kid anymore because my father figure is gone. Like there's just things about it that like, thank God he was there.
Yeah.
Also, thank God he was there to be a full-time working person that allowed me to go stay with my dad for like 3 months out of the year before he died. All of that. If that's happening to him while he's in limbo of that relationship, or he's kind of out, I think that they were broken up at the time and then this happened and she stepped in. I think that he probably knew more than ever, like how valuable that partner was. And then saw her do things that he wanted to probably be, because he wanted to be a good dad and a good husband like his dad was, and those things. And so I think he just really, that moment made him want to have a life with this person who was there at the worst time of his life.
But he's incapable of it.
He's incapable of it. And if you were ever going to get Jax to settle down and be true and do the right thing for a hot minute, that was the minute to swoop in, and she did that. And so but I don't know if it was ever real, true love, because he's incapable.
100%. Tiny Panther wrote, Jesse's girlfriend is the type of person that throws LOL at the end of all of her sentences, even when the text isn't supposed to be funny. She was on one of the Bravo Insta accounts trying to defend her showing up to the after party. Team Nat and Coco on this one. And we were very divided. It was a house divided. So many people agreed with Mark. So many people agreed with Nat and I. And we can't even get into it because it will be another hour-long conversation. But it just was funny to me in reading the people that were so staunchly with Mike and then conversely with us. It's why we're divided as a nation, like, because there is no convincing anyone of the other. Do you know what I'm saying?
Totally. And also, I'm just, because I kind of, is this the thing about the girlfriend on set?
Yes.
Okay. The only thing that I wish that I had, like, if it was lost at all, just like in like the 3-hour argument debate that it was, is that I think that we weren't at all saying that you can, if someone says, I don't want to be filmed, and they don't sign a disclosure to air their, like, we're not at all disagreeing that like, you can't do that. Of course you can't.
Yes.
But you can go and film and try to work an angle before the day that it airs to maybe get them to possibly go ahead and sign off on it, because that's what we're all here. If you're on this production team, that's what we're all here to do, to get it on camera, to get a story on tape and tell the story 9 fucking years later when it actually goes to air. So I just want to be clear that nobody here was trying to say you should be able to film whatever you want and air it. We were saying you should definitely get it on film and then deal with it later, but not air illegal footage that was never signed off on.
Correct. We get it. She didn't want to film. We're very clear on that. But I think for me, the analogy that hit home the most was when I was like, not touching, can't get mad.
Yeah.
Not touching, can't get, like, I didn't hit you.
Yeah.
So you can't sue me.
Yeah.
I didn't put my hands on you, but you are so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
At this point, just hit me.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Ningy Ding wrote, I think it's totally unacceptable for the cast
about
to
the
not.
lady that got kidnapped, right? And now has that foundation. She's not allowed to.
I honestly, I'm glad that you said that, because I wasn't even going to keep going.
Yeah.
We just said we're not going to get into it again. But I'm telling you, whatever happened to her in the past, this has nothing to do with that. But maybe you would be even more careful about where you're showing up to. And the fact that you're not, and then you keep bringing up what happened to you in the past, it's on lost years. Like you've lost
agree.
me. Like you even more so. If you're that careful and you're that thing that happened was so like insane
Traumatic
and dramatic and scarred you for life, then you're not dicking around with the will they won't and putting your tapping your toe in and over. Like, you're just not. Yeah. So I'm sorry, but like, you're just
that even swayed me more.
Yes. That you're asking for something. And it's really weird. And I don't know what you're doing, but knock it off.
Okay.
Or join the show. We'd love to have you.
True story. Ningy Ding wrote, I think it's totally unacceptable for the cast to not watch their own show before the reunion. It should be a part of their contract. Ariana did the same towards the end of Vanderpump Rules. And I think I remember Sheena saying she only fast forwarded to her parts.
That's so Sheena.
So Sheena, watch your show. It's your effing job. If I, a mere mortal, can binge a season in one day, so can you when you're getting paid to do it. FFS, I don't know what that means.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, that's great. For fuck's sake, put your therapist on standby and get to it. And listen, I know we can't force someone to film. I know we can't force you to watch this, but it would be helpful because we're coming into a situation to get clarity on what we were shown. And you can't give us clarity if you don't know what was shown.
Totally. It's so stupid.
It's real clear
circle. It's very elitist and like, it's just, you're spitting in the faces of your fans. And it's just stupid. It's just like, Whatever, man.
Jeanette Keene wrote, if Jax doesn't watch the show, how did he know Danny and Nia got such a good edit? And I was like, that's a thinker. It's a head scratcher.
Yeah.
Shannon Fall. I swear Janet thinks she's on a righteous social justice warrior crusade in the name of all women who have ever been wronged by men with a drinking problem. Janet's ex had a drinking problem. She never dealt with that, and she never dealt with that abuse. She's responding as though what happened to Jasmine and Melissa happened directly to her because Janet is so wrapped up in her own personal trauma. Moral of the story, go to therapy when bad stuff happens to you. Then when you think you're healed, check in now and again. Make sure your issues aren't cropping up. Check in now and again to make sure your issues aren't cropping up in other seemingly unrelated areas of your life. And that is what I'm starting with because that is along the lines of the people will seem needy until their needs are met type situation. It's a good one. Wait, did you read Deja Star?
Nope.
Deja Star. I think it's okay for Nia to defend him. And this was, a lot of these were since there was so many fucking comments, I just kind of pulled a lot that were in regards to what I was saying.
Oh,
not necessarily
shocker.
agreeing with me, but just the points that I
I'm
was
sure
saying. This one doesn't. She actually changed my mind. So, Deja Star, I think it's okay for Nia to defend him and speak on his behalf because she already encouraged him to meet with the two ladies, which he did, and he's had several conversations apologizing. So if Janet is going to get involved, then Nia is going to get involved. I think Nia has allowed her friends, quotes, to disrespect and gang up on her husband enough. Jasmine is two-faced and definitely dragged out this one occurrence. Nia was patient through the season. Now it's time to protect her man, just as Jason protects Janet with poor reasoning. And I forgot that she's the one that was like, you go meet with, like, it changed my whole argument about, like, I'm curious if her not letting him talk is her hiding something.
Yeah.
But that, Deja Star, you got me. I also had the, if Jax doesn't watch this show, like, it's crazy that it's so good, but it's crazy that nobody clocked that. Nobody on the reunion said it. We never said it. We mentioned it multiple times. And then when I read that, I was like, what the? Yeah, of course. How did you know all of this if that's not a thing? Haley and Dave. I think Haley and Dave are dogs, by the way. Correct me if I'm wrong, Haley and Dave. But they're two little pugs. They're the cutest little pugs.
How do you know?
The picture.
I'm looking at the picture is two little pugs.
Well,
so it could be Haley and Dave, the owners of these two dogs.
Or they could be the pugs.
But I'm going with, I'm sorry if I offended that Haley and Dave are real people, but I'm going with the dogs. Haley and Dave. I agree 100% with everything Mike said.
Oh my God.
But also I think Jax is a misogynist and he sees Zach as one of the girls, so he has no respect for him. He also can't stand that Zach doesn't suck up to him like most of the other cast and actually holds him accountable for his actions. Again, this is me kind of assuming that Jax doesn't like Zach because he knows where all the bodies are buried, essentially. This was a good one. That Jax is a misogynist and thinks he's one of the girls and therefore doesn't like Zach. I was like, fuck, that's good. That's a good one.
He also, like, again, from rewatching Vanderpump, he has a big problem with Ariana being bisexual. Like, it really bothers him. And he really thinks that she's really doing something wrong to Sandoval by, like, she doesn't even know if she likes boys or girls. Like, he's so, like, dumb-brained about, like, how, like, what this must mean. Like, his definitions are so, like, the Webster, like, it has no context, no perspective, no human, like, I'm not even empathy, because it's not even that you need empathy to understand this, but just, like, not even a single cent of him can step into someone else's shoes or see another way of life and go,
no, because he's a narcissist. So
so it's his way or the highway.
From another perspective.
Yeah. Like when somebody goes after him about, like, well, you need to decide if you want to be in this relationship or not. He goes, well, Ariana needs to decide if she likes dudes or chicks. Like,
what does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Like, no, she's clearly in like a 10-year relationship with a dude. Yeah. So I think she's made her decision for this relationship that she's in. And
good day, sir.
Yeah. I just love how dumb he is, because how dumb he is. Like, he wears it on his face. He wears it on his stupid sweatshirts and his hoodies and his Jack's hoodies. Like, there is no, like, wondering, like, does this guy know dick about dick? Like, no. The answer's no, and you didn't even need that answer. You knew it before you asked.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
There's a few times on this channel where I impress myself with my own comments. And this is one of those times.
There's a few times?
It's only been a few times so far. Listen, I'm sure it'll be many, many times as the years go by, but so far it's only been a few times that I've vocalized
What is
it.
a few to you?
Like,
200?
not that many. Nah.
By definition,
Not the ones that
about
agree with
3.
me. Like, there's so many. But
Okay,
when
carry
I
on. Just wow
when I
us
write something that's
with
funny.
your vocal stylings.
This comment is by Traveling About. Listen, Joe Schmo, qualified vet, and Mary Aika Kent, qualified veteran, also gave me props. Traveling About. Why do you have that grumpy, boring, monotone man with you? Useless and deliberately obtuse. Okay. He's awful.
Deliberately obtuse. I like it. I like it. Go on.
He's awful. Can't watch anymore. You two gals rock.
By the way, I almost read this comment because your response is pretty fucking great.
Thank
It's
you very
hilarious.
much. Thank you
It
very
is
much.
good, Nat. It is.
First of all, congratulations on you guys
Thank you.
rocking.
For
That's
rocking?
great.
For rocking the Casbah?
Yeah, for rocking that Casbah. Somebody commented, I've never heard of this person before. What are you talking about? He's the best part of this whole channel. Signed, Frank Dremin. So I just wanted to shout out to Frank. Frank, thanks for looking out for your boy. Appreciate
I should
that.
have wrote, he's a legend.
Appreciate that.
He's a legend.
legend.
Missed opportunity.
Oh, that's fun. Good times. I had a good time with that one.
How could you post that and get that response and not write back just a little LOL? I think it's
Like,
too cute.
nothing? Yeah. Like she
Got
must have
it.
really
She
stopped
must really
watching.
hate
She
you.
wasn't fucking around. Which I mean, I can fuck with.
Listen.
Wait, is this the same one though as like where someone said we're talking shit about Janet's looks and
That's a different lady. I got a lot of hate this week.
well, I mean I was talking shit about Janet's what do I call them? Flying saucer.
Yeah,
boobs.
we both lit up her boobs.
I did
Yeah.
not.
No, yeah, people weren't very happy with me, but that's okay. It happens. That's the internet. JT, this was so funny. So were Jax's shoe lifts so he could almost look Zach in the eyes?
Oh my god.
That is banging.
Play.
When Andy brought up how like leave it to this guy to wear shoe lifts at a seated event, like what was the point of any of this?
I don't know.
He's an idiot.
And then Shannon Fall put it out on the internet that she has the same shoes.
Well, girls, yeah,
What are
I
you
have
doing?
shoes like
She did
I got
say.
the Converse. Well, I don't have them anymore, but I want to get some new ones that have lifts in them that
Okay.
give you a little. I'm 5'4".
I mean, listen, I get the girl
I do
thing.
not.
I don't know if I would say that I have the same shoes as Jax, boy or girl. I think I would just hold that one to myself.
Oh yeah, maybe yeah.
Whatever. This one is Miss on John 2717. She had to say goodbye to her pupper this week.
No,
14
no
and a
more
half
puppers.
years.
I'm-
Yeah.
If I was president, I would make a law: no more
Yeah,
puppers going
Or kittens.
anywhere.
Yeah, no animal. Like people can die, but no more animals. Animals, we need to figure out how to keep them alive.
Yeah, that's their only design flaw.
Yeah,
So-
I'm taking it to the floor.
Yeah, big love to
it to
you.
the
She
hill.
said that this was
To
the
the floor
first
for
time
the
she had
vote pass.
smiled since it happened. Thank you for the distraction. You're welcome. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
And we'll keep trying to make you laugh with
My little puppers.
Jax's dumbass antics. Nicheless Boomer got their wine.
So cool.
I don't know
Yeah.
when that special Wednesday's coming, but my Meteor Cabernet has arrived and it's still wrapped in the paper awaiting a special occasion or a Wednesday that needs to be
we're
special.
Be excited for you.
Yeah.
What is today?
We know that whatever we
This
were
was 7
sent
days ago.
is
She
not
might-
on
this
their
might have been
website.
taken.
So I am so curious. It'll basically be another.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
Just another year.
Yeah, but like I would love to
Well,
hear.
they got the
Yeah, I would love
2000
to hear about every year.
Yes.
I think they got the 2015, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, let us know.
Yeah,
I
let
put
us
in there.
know.
Yeah.
Excited to hear when you open
so
it.
psyched.
Want to hear how it tastes and what the special occasion was. Lauren Corrigan. What I don't understand that no one has brought up is in the first season, Jason literally admits his wife starting drama and getting into things that she had nothing to do or that had nothing to do with her. Jeanette Allen, you're totally right. I thought that.
Excuse me. Are you going to read it?
I don't. You do that one.
No.
She said, "Thank you, Mike, for not doing it."
Jeanette doesn't find it as charming as we do.
You're totally right.
Jeanette,
I thought
so
that,
sad.
and then I thought that, then forgot that.
See if you did it in British. It kind of comes off better.
This is just a funny thread. Jeanette Allen then replies, "You're totally right. I thought that, then forgot. That was said in season 1 because he said he hopes it's because she's pregnant and bored, and it was just who she is." Horseface Ethel wrote, "Oh yeah." I wrote, "Whoops, guess it wasn't because she was pregnant." Good time. Nettie, the Frank D segment just made Jax even more pathetic. Just when we all thought it wasn't possible or that he's been dragged enough, the well-deserved punishment keeps coming.
I'll take it.
Yep.
All fucking day. Another Nettie, narcissists do in fact ruin friendships. Agree? I know from experience. Anything you say, they can turn around in minutes and make it about themselves. They have no empathy and can offer no support in difficult times. Nobody has time for that. Don't want to see Jax on TV ever again. He's the clown, Jason, and not Danny.
Yep.
And I think we had talked about, like, it's weird that nobody thinks of, like, narcissists in friendships. I think we always either see it or talk about it in a
Romantic sense.
Romantic relationship. That's all I got. Oh, wait.
You got a story.
I got to tell my story because you're going to do.
Is this about a truck in Australia or Alaska?
No.
Even
It's
worse.
about golf.
Even worse.
Oh, God.
But it's for truth. She asked for
whatever
it.
truth wants.
Whatever
Truth
she
gets.
Yeah.
needs.
Truth gets what truth wants.
But maybe wrap it up.
Yeah, no, I'll try to make it pretty fast. It is a long
No,
story.
don't try. Just make it really fast.
So
We've
Truth
been
for
filming
Peace
for
made
8
some
hours.
comments, and she mentioned the great Alice Cooper, and I was like, oh man, if we do comments, I ought to tell you about the time I played golf with Alice Cooper, and she was like, brakes on, you got to tell that story.
And Mike played golf with Alex Cooper. The end.
Yeah. So I was a youngster. No, I'm kidding. I used to work for this guy named Connor McAnally. He was an Irish man, and he had a production company. I was doing development for him. And Connor knew Alice Cooper's, this is a little backstory leading up because it just makes the story that much crazier. Connor knew Alice Cooper's manager, and Alice Cooper's, for those of you who don't know, is a crazy good golfer, has been. It's how he quit drinking. He's a really good golfer. And so Connor told the manager, like, oh, I'm going to have my guys... I'm going to have my guys come up with a golf show for him. And they're like, oh, cool, great, whatever. So he did. He's like me, my friend Paco. What up, Paco?
We mentioned Paco on the other show.
Yeah, everybody knows Paco. We came up with a really good show, and we developed it, and we did the whole thing. We put it together, and Connor's like, perfect. All right, great. I'm going to send it to the manager, and we'll get a meeting on the books. And so this whole week, right, that we were finishing it up, this other guy that works at the company, Bart, who's a friend of mine I used to play golf with, he's asking me the whole week, hey, I'm playing golf at this super fancy place. It's kind of expensive. I'd already played there. It's like a once a year type of place. You don't go every weekend. I'd already played, and it's far away. It's like an hour and a half. I didn't want to go. He's like, oh, go tea time. It's 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, no, dude, I'm good. I don't want to go. Monday, no. Tuesday, no. Wednesday, no. Oh, my fucking buddy's coming from Ohio, dude. Come on, just fuck it. He finally cracks me on Friday.
Oh, Ohio, the buddy from Ohio gotcha.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I mean,
like,
how often do you get the chance to meet a buddy from Ohio?
Listen, not very often. Buddies from Ohio are the best. So
you knew that you would be meeting someone from Milwaukee.
Yeah, who knew? So like, I begrudgingly finally was like, fine, dude, I'll go, right? And whole time,
I'll go. He'll keep calling me.
Yeah.
He'll
I don't know what that means, but
it's
yeah.
from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, man.
Okay. So I was like, and then the whole time I'm thinking like, I'm not going to go. Like, I got to get up at like 5 a.m. This is ridiculous. I went. I drive out there. We park. We get our bat. We hit some balls. We get paid. It's me. I meet the buddy from Ohio. Seems like a nice fella. We go give our ticket to the starter, the 3 of us. For those of you who don't play golf, it's called a foursome because there's 4 people. We give him our ticket. And meanwhile, Friday, we had turned in the pitch for Alice Cooper, me and Paco. I'm playing golf with Bart. Paco doesn't play golf. We give the guy our ticket, the starter, and he's like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, oh, you guys are playing with Alice Cooper today. And Bart looks at me like, Bart's like one of the executives at this company. So he's putting this deal together when the time comes. And he's like, can't believe what's happening. And I'm like, bro, stop. He's like, Alice Cooper? I'm like, it's not fucking Alice Cooper. Like, there's not the real Alice Cooper. There's some fucking old lady named Alice Cooper. I swear to God. As I'm turning around to get in our golf cart, I'm saying, there's like fucking some old lady named Alice Cooper. This day's going to fucking suck. And I look up, and Alice Cooper is standing in front of me. The rock legend, God of all things, is there with his putter. It says, not an old lady. It's actually me. Let's go play golf, boys.
That's so great.
And Bart and I poop our pants right on the spot. And we go drive up to the first tee, and Bart's like, oh my God, what are you going to do? He's so nervous. And I'm like, bro, just fucking chill out. Like, this guy doesn't know that we've developed this whole thing, right? Like, and so he's like, what should we do? What you do? And I'm like, I'll just chill out. Like, let's fucking give it a couple holes and we'll see what happens. We all pull up to the first tee.
That's what Jack says.
Yeah, totally. Gross. And we pull up to the first tee, and he's like, we're here recording the album, and I told the boys yesterday we've been at it for 2 weeks to take a couple of days off. He's like, so I came golfing, no work today, all golf. And I looked at Bart, and I was like, there's your answer. And so I was like, let's just fucking play golf with the dude. Like, let's play a round of golf. Let's have a good time. Let's fucking, and then Monday, when we tell Connor that we fucking played golf with Alice Cooper, then he can call his manager and be like, oh, guys, you played golf. They didn't, and we thought he would respect that we didn't bring up this opportunity and the whole situation. Dude, we played the whole round of golf. It was the most amazing thing ever. Shannon Fall, I think, chimed in and was like, oh, I heard he was so nice. He is the nicest, most, like, so courteous, so, like, welcoming. While we were playing golf, he was telling us all kinds of rock and roll stories, like from back in the day, about like going on tour with Aerosmith and how they're like the young ones, and they love, not Aerosmith, the Rolling Stones, and Jim Moore, like just crazy fucking stories the whole time. So we finish our round of golf, and we're just like, oh my God, thank you so much, such an honor, so much fun, blah, 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 blah. And we're at a nice place and it's far away. So we're like, let's fucking sit down and have lunch before we drive home. So we go in the clubhouse and fucking sit, order some drinks and a couple of cheeseburgers and whatever. He fucking walks into the clubhouse and he's like, are you guys staying for lunch? And we're like, yeah. And he's like, you mind if I join you? And we're like, what, dude? What? And he sits down and fucking has lunch, buys our lunch, and tells us an hour and a half worth of golf stories.
What a sweetheart.
Like, unfucking believably sweet, funny. I almost killed a couple of ducks on one of the par threes because I shanked a couple balls into the water. And he's like, dang, you're better at golf than Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent's a hunter. He was so amazing and so nice. And yeah, we had lunch and he started telling us golf stories and like on the PGA Tour. He lived out in Phoenix at the time and he was a member at a country club. And here's like Phil Mickelson and Paul Azinger, who were like two big time golfers back in the day, like millionaire athletes. They had a $5 bet that they had on fucking 15 years ago, and somebody moved a thing on the last hole, and they've been fighting about it for 15 years. $5. Neither of them have paid. These people are multi-millionaires.
So adorable.
Yeah, and they're like, no, you moved your fucking coin. And he's like, it's like, apparently that's what's holding up this $5 bet from a round of golf. So like, it was amazing. It was one of the best golf days I've had on the old golf course. And Alice Cooper is a real nice feller. And a fucking disgustingly good golfer. So good. It's so annoying.
Oh man, I hope Pat Clark heard that story.
Where is Pat Clark?
I don't
How do we
know.
tag her?
I can tell her again.
Yeah, you got to tag her.
I can tell her again.
Yeah, I'll tell it
No.
again.
Yeah,
I've told
we'll
that
just
story a
clip
bunch.
this out and
We're
add
good.
it.
We can make it not a short, but like a medium.
Do you have any comments, Nick?
Miss Sugar Shay says, nah, fuck you, Janet, and never come back. Homie, I hate to disagree with you, but we have to have her back so she can learn to sit down and be humble. Listen, we should do that for the old gal and her flying saucer tits. I'm sorry, Nicole Quinlan, and I think the other one was Mia Taylor in here, both commenting on watching Mike cradle his meteor the whole time.
Oh my God.
I think Mia Taylor said something like, "He still has it." That's all she put. He still has it.
By the way, it's your security wine.
Yeah, it worked.
Security wine.
So cute, buddy.
Mary Aika Kent says, Natalie, I'm rewatching Vanderpump Rules and I'm on season 2 where Schwartz interviews with Lisa for a job at SUR. And oh my gosh, I'm more in love with him now than ever. So adorable. Telling you. Mary McAndrews, who just joined Party of Schwartz, the way I knew is that she just put in hashtag got Schwartz.
That was so cute.
So cute. Michelle Simon says, please move on over Jesse and the girlfriend. I usually like Mike's perspective, but not in this topic of a shit stirrer in the shadows. It's a reality show. Drink the wine, Mike.
That's funny.
Vicky Lynn says, if they would have bought the house, would Jasmine still be mad? Don't know. I doubt it.
A little less mad.
Yeah, a little less mad.
My sister taught me that. People can't be mad at you when you buy them stuff. So if they bought her that commission, she would be no mad, no more.
True story. Closing it out. And listen, I'm closing it out because we've been here for like 8 hours and I'm sweating profusely from these lights. I guess we're in the middle of a heat wave.
Yeah, we are.
Cool, huh?
It's not the lights. These are LEDs. It's the heat wave.
Yeah, but
we could debate this later.
Yeah.
Just read
Okay.
the
Okay. So closing it out with truth for peace for freedom. That's by Sandoval on the trumpet.
Sandoval is so low.
Toot toot. I was so excited to watch this show back in April. Now I'm ecstatic that it's over. I have bum-grabbing burnout and tattooed wedding ring finger fatigue. I feel like I have a really bad case of senioritis, and now, in the words of Alice Cooper, school's out forever. But who am I kidding? I'm a glutton for punishment, so I'll definitely be back for season 3. Hopefully it's a smidge more fun. I need some dumb humor. Natalie, that video you posted of the Mexican golf excursion was hilarious. If you haven't seen it, it's in the community post. I think it's one of the greatest scenes ever. And unfortunately, it's like you can't screen record off of Peacock. So like I found that on YouTube and screen recorded it from there. But the scene after that is even funnier.
You look like Alice Cooper because you've got your black eyeliner all down your face.
Oh my God, I'm sweating.
I know, it just happened. Okay, you're good.
The scene after that is when they come back to talk about the accusation of did James hook up with Kristen on this excursion. And there's the way that James is talking about Kristen. It's hilarious. I think I played it for you but just watch that episode. When they go to Mexico, it's one of the greatest. And that golf scene was the tits. Okay. James screaming while congratulating Sandoval after he completely whiffed was the best. That was so good, dude. If you'd hit the ball, it would have been fire. So true. It would have been. So just a very brief summary of this season and new information we learned on the third part of the reunion. So Jax Taylor, the flunky junkie, has a very low IQ score, and Janet Camperna has a very low Q score with the audience. Jax Taylor blew all of his money on blow, 3-nose jobs, Botox, double G, as in gorilla boobs for Britney, and fake and fake denture pieces glued onto his teeth. I know Truth is a real stickler about getting your veneers right. She does not need to see
you
any
and me both, girl.
Yeah. But now he's out of a job and won't have the money to spend on much needed bunion surgery. You could pound a nail into wood with those hammer toes. Roy Finkel said, laces out over and over and over while in the midst of his mental breakdown. Jax Taylor will say, I'm a work in progress, over and over and over, while he spends his days driving around in his golf cart wearing merch from a bar that is no longer in existence, trying to find fans of the show who want to take selfies with him, all while getting booed and hissed at by anyone who recognizes him. Sad, sad ending to a sad man. Anyway, good riddance to this show for now. Just need a little detox before our toxicity resumes. Our lives seem a little bit more normal now after watching all the dysfunctions, don't they? Something.
Detox to retox.
Yeah. I'm going to miss this show like I missed it when we were finally done with Southern Charm. Like we knew that there was a bunch of people that we were talking to. Like the audience for our Southern Charm is not the same audience that we have for the Valley and vice versa. There's some crossover, but not a ton. And we missed so many people from Southern Charm that I like hope that like Christy Chic, where are you? Are you okay?
I did. I like went and found one of her last comments and was like, "Hey, we've been thinking about you, like checking in."
So she get a ding?
Yeah.
Did she respond? Okay, well, we just need everyone to stay in some sort of contact. If you don't watch, we don't even know what we're doing next.
We just need to do wellness checks.
Yeah. Just chime in and say still alive.
Yeah, just put like the little hand up.
Yeah,
like,
a little hand up, something. Yeah, exactly. Because that's just what makes me sad.
Roll call?
What?
Here?
Like Deborah, Pat Clark. Where's Pat Clark? Like we had a whole golf story that Pat Clark didn't hear because she probably doesn't watch this garbage show.
Listen, it's garbage show.
Different from our other garbage show.
Well, they're all garbage in their own ways, and everybody has acceptance for some level of garbage. This might have taken it a little far.
I'm what we call a
equal opportunity garbage collector. Garbage consumer, yeah.
What's the thing that you put everything down in the sink and then you flip the switch?
Garbage disposal.
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm a disposal for reality TV.
Yeah.
Okay, like and subscribe.
I mean, somewhere in these comments, like I can't because there's like 250 of them. I can't find it, but I feel like Joe Schmo calls boobs boobums.
There's something.
I think it was Joe, or maybe it was Cubby.
Joe,
I think it was Joe. Good. I think she says called Janet's boobums. And like I can't even find it now because look at all this fucking text.
It's an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah.
That is so incredible.
Yeah. And I can't miss out on that. Joe Schmo, you better come along for whatever's next.
Yeah.
Yeah, and bring your boobums. All right, Party of Schwartz.
We are adjourned.
Yeah, we're adjourned. Special report. Done.
We did it.
We did it.
1:57 and 24 seconds.
That's something for a special report.
You're something.
Okay, love you. Bye. Ciao, ciao.
Love you. Bye.